All right, here is part 2 of your first week of the carnivore diet. I'm going to give you some meaty tips that are certainly going to help you throughout this journey. If you thought you couldn't do it, watch and try these tips. I've tried them for over 70 days. Plus, I've been on a carnivore diet and it's worked for me. All right, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing is you're going to want to start off also with easy to make meals. So the easy to make meals, this can go anywhere from maybe having hamburgers. You want to try like something simple like bacon and eggs or steak. When you're going through this massive detox, you do not want to have to recreate the wheel. Just make what you already know. And if you don't know how to make beef hamburgers, I'm telling you, I didn't know. I used to just cook with turkey, and that was the only thing that worked. But it's changed. It's just a little bit longer of a cooking time. That's it. As you can see, I did place a shopping list on here. All you've got to do is screenshot that shopping list so you know exactly what you got. I put, of course, ground beef on there, but I want to let you know if you're going for the ground beef, you want to make sure you're doing like 80-20. I pick that cut because that has the most amount of fat in it, and that is going to help satiate that hunger and keep you going until the next meal. This is especially important that you feel good, maybe a little bit full while you're first starting off in the carnivore diet, so you don't feel like you're denying yourself any kind of food. On a carnivore diet, you don't feel hungry, you feel satisfied, and that's exactly how you want to feel. All right. You want to make sure you're getting a nice fatty cut of steak. If you can get a ribeye, that's awesome. If you can't, you can go with cheaper cuts of meat like cube steak. You can get beef stew, beef chunks, and that should satiate that hunger that you may have. It's also going to be a lot easier on your wallet. I've heard some people say carnivore is expensive. It's not expensive, guys. It's actually doable on a budget. And if you're looking for a budget type of meal, you can go to the card up here. That's going to show you exactly what cuts of meat you can get for really cheap and still feel full on a carnivore diet. You can eat like a king or a queen. All right, the next thing is I've got sardines on there. Sardines are quick. You want to make sure you're getting not just any sardine, not in oil. You want to make sure sardines in water and it's wild caught. Sardines in oil is going to have inflammation oils, guys. That's going to cause inflammation in your body. It's going to cause indigestion. I was thinking in my brain when I first started off on carnivore, maybe I do need an oil. I did that, and that just prolonged the detox period for me. So don't worry about the oil. You don't need it. You have everything you need within meat. So now you just make sure the sardines is in water and it's wild caught. Wild caught is important because if you get farm raised, then that's a whole bunch of fish that are in a tank. They're stuck in one place, and when it's not clean. If some of them are diseased, sometimes there's stuff put in the water just so they can be packaged and sent off to the store. So we don't want farm raised. And also you're supporting a good cause at the same time if you're getting the sustainable fishing method, which is wild caught. And that's going to lessen people from pushing out farm raised fish in the market. All right. We've got eggs. You can eat plenty of eggs, guys. I say go with what's on your budget. If you can get grass-fed, that's good, because remember, grass-fed beef or grass-fed eggs is going to provide you with more omega-3s, and that's going to make you feel amazing, guys. Omega-3s is great for your brain too. So you want to make sure if you can get it, I only get it when it's on sale. I'm going to keep it real with you. I usually get the store brand, but it's still working for me, and I know it'll work for you. So go ahead and grab your eggs. I usually get about 24 to the 36 pack, the large pack of eggs, because I go through eggs quite a bit during the week, and so does my family. So I scramble it. I usually have them sunny side up, and I boil them. That's how I eat my eggs. All right, bacon. You can use bacon as a side. You can use bacon with your hamburgers that you make. And you can also use butter. Butter is going to help if you need that extra bit of fat. Now, before and after pictures are essential because when you're first starting off in a diet, you don't necessarily see those changes. Other people might see it on you, but you may not see it. So getting a before and after picture is going to help you to really see that you are on the right path, and it's going to encourage you to stay the path on the carnivore lifestyle. All right. The next point I want to make is you want to make sure you are exercising. Exercising is so important, guys. You might be feeling great by this time. Maybe you've gone over that icky feeling. Sometimes it can last anywhere from a week, week and a half. It could last a whole month for some people. So once you feel like the sky has parted and you feel amazing, go ahead and start instantly starting gentle exercises. The gentle exercises simply starts off not only with the stretching, but now you can implement walking. It's the most simplest exercise that you can do. If you can only walk in place for a minute, that's more than what you've done the day before. If you can only walk in place for 5 minutes, then keep up the good work. If you can only walk in place for 10 minutes, then keep up the good work. I started off originally only being able to walk 1 minute. And it was hard for me, guys. I was so used to just living a sedentary lifestyle that walking was very difficult. And now I walk almost 3.5 miles a day. Yes. So that is how I started off, and you can start off the same way. Also, starting off slow and progressing like this with your exercise is going to help you with two things. It's going to help reinforce a positive habit that when you wake up or whatever it is you do in your routine, you must do that thing. And it's also going to reinforce, hey, this is what makes me feel good during the day. And then you don't get those midday crashes, sugar crashes. Guys, let's be real. You may have been that person that maybe you had coffee in the middle of the day because you felt tired, or maybe you had a sweet treat like a cake or a cookie, or maybe you had a candy bar to try to get that insulin level up. You don't need to do that on carnivore. Just exercise, and then you're going to get your energy back. But start off slow also, so you don't injure yourself. This is going to help you, again, to sustain that habit of exercising as often as you can. And of course, I'm not a medical specialist, but always consult with your doctor about how you want to set up your exercise routine. All right, the next thing is bathroom. I know some people are like, oh, Lord, I don't want to talk about this. It may be TMI, but I want to let you know, when you are a carnivore, when you first start off, first, second week, you may have the runs in the beginning because you're gauging at that point how much fatty meat that you should consume. And then you will find that there will be a sweet spot in which you know how much meat to eat daily. It's just going to be a habit. You'll just know over time. So one, making sure that you're staying hydrated, because that's also going to help with eliminating any kind of waste that you have in your stomach. And that's going to also prevent constipation, which is something that I suffered also when I was on the diet. I had a hard time going to the bathroom, and I was drinking a lot of water, but not understanding it's not just water. It was also electrolytes that I needed. So make sure you're getting your electrolytes and your water in at the same time. All right. So also, those are also going to be key indicators on how much meat you need to eat. And it's also going to, like I said before, help you to understand how much meat is going to be good for you. My last point is make sure you are journaling this. I have a free app called MyFitnessPal that I use, and I journal my weight in this all the time. I'm not getting a kickback from this. I just love using this app. I've used it for many years for different diets that I've had. and I've been going through a lot. But I've used this also to help track my weight, and also I've used it to help me to, hold on one second, I just want to show you real quick what it looks like. Looks like this, and it's going to allow you to do different things, but I don't have the paid version, guys. I just use the free one, and I go to progress. And when I go to progress, I take a little snapshot of myself, and I also have the dates in which I was losing weight to keep track. You can see that graph, right? So that's for free. You can use it the same way I do. You can also put notes in there for foods that you've eaten. I also recommend during the beginning process that you want to record your food. And you want to record your food because you don't want to plateau. So if you're stuck on a plateau, make sure you're watching this next video. And of course, I will see you in the next video. All you've got to do is click or tap the screen.